All right, welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while since we've posted anything. We finally got a value bulk order back from PSA. This was initially sent off in September and the order finished up in December. We'll put the full tracking information here on the screen. This video, we're not really going to show any cost basis or estimated values or profit. Just a lot of extra work, so we're just gonna go through a few different things. This was the first order that I decided to go ahead and utilize some of the different services through PSA, specifically the new PSA partner offers, the vaults, and also through a few cards into the eBay through PSA as well. So I'll show you those. We'll put pictures and things. We'll show the pic here actually of the vaulting, how many we sent to the vault offers in eBay. And then the first one I decided to send was this one right here. It's a Bo Nix PSA 9 Prism Silver. I think the offer from PSA was only $40 or $50, and at the time a 10 was going for $400 to $500. So I thought that with making a push in the playoffs, hopefully that will increase. So I decided to put it in the vault. That way, if a new PSA offer gets presented with prices going up for Bo Nix, that it would already be in the vault and able to accept the offer immediately. Versus if I got it shipped back to my house, you run the risk of there being a PSA offer and you have to ship it to them, gets uploaded. So there's at least a 2-week turnaround, and in this market, you don't have that much time. So that's how I'm gonna, moving forward, maybe utilize the vault a little bit, is maybe cards that I'm not extremely anxious or am looking to move, at least just go ahead and put them in the vault, potentially just to experiment a little on that. And then the next cards, there's 4 ones that we that we were going to put through eBay, and I looked at their fee schedule, and I'll put the first one up, which is for under $100. You'll see their commissions that they charge, so you kind of weigh the pros and cons versus you getting the cards back and selling them on your own eBay store. So in some cases the percentages are better. This next one here is the 100 through $4.99 price, and then the final one is 500 through $9.99 sale price. And there's a chart that goes above that, but for the 4 cards I have, they all fit within these 3 categories. So with the first one up, it's going to be the 2000 Topps Chrome Power Players Refractor. This was a Derek Jeter, and it ended up going for, looks like about $75. I think the offer from PSA was around $50, so this one ended up making probably a little bit more money, even less their fees. Obviously, on the offers, there's no commission. It's just 100% whatever they offer, so that's the benefit there. The next one up here was the 1997 Topps Tim Duncan. That one got a PSA 10, and it ended up selling for $124. So that one, hopefully it gets paid for. There was actually 2 or 3 buy it nows for only around $95, so the buyer clearly overpaid on the auction through PSA on eBay. So hopefully that one does end up getting paid, but that's what it sold for at auction. The next one is the 2024 Prism Fireworks Silver Bo Nix. It was a PSA 10, and it sold for $62.18. I don't think that one had a PSA offer, but I wanted to get that listed on the eBay auction ASAP, and I'm happy with that price. And then the biggest one in the order was the 2024 Prism Silver Bo Nix that got the PSA 10. I think at the time the offer, PSA partner offer, was around $420, and they were going for around that you know, 5 to 550 level. So I thought that was pretty low, and I decided to roll the dice because I knew they were playing the Jaguars, who I thought they could beat, but they ended up losing to, and then the Chiefs without Patrick Mahomes. So I figured they'd win that, which would help elevate prices, and they did barely get the win over the Chiefs. But we'll show you the picture here. It ended up selling for $610, which is clearly I lucked out and made the correct judgment call to put this at auction, and did pretty well, $610. I think there was about 3 others listed for buy it now or best offer at $650. So that kind of, you know, gave me a benchmark of what it might sell for probably. And there was other sales in that 600 range. So so those were the 4 that we ran at eBay auction. The next cards we'll show you from our order were 6 cards that I accepted offers on. Again, benefit to this is it's, you know, hassle-free. You don't have to get these cards back and deal with the shipping and so forth. And it's immediate liquidity that you get paid out on, and there's no fees. So, you know, you kind of got to factor that in as well when you're looking at those offer prices. If you were to sell it, you know, and pay that 12 to 15% eBay fee, depending on who you sell through and so forth. So I kind of did the numbers, looked at comps, and these next 6 cards, I decided to go ahead and rip the cord and just take the money on them. So the first one is a 2013 score, Travis Kelce, PSA 8. Accepted offer was around $38. Next one, 2024 Prism, Jaden Daniels. Got the 10. Man, his prices have just dropped off a cliff with all his injuries and so forth. I decided not to kind of hang on to these and wait till next year to see how things go. So this one, I decided to go ahead and sell along with the next one. Prismatic, also got a 10, only able to get $28 for it. So, you know, cost of grading card, I'm probably losing on that even in a 10 as well. The 4th card was the 2024 Select. It was a silver JJ McCarthy PSA 10. And I accepted offer around $41. And that one I just wanted to move as soon as possible because his play and injuries is all over the place. So I was happy to make a small profit on that one. And then the 5th one was the Topps base Kobe Bryant PSA 9, sold for about $30. And the 6th and final one's going to be the 24 Mosaic Micro Jared Goff PSA 9 for about $97. So that wraps up the cards that we did the PSA partner offers on. And then the 13 cards we got back. And a lot of these are PC cards, and then a few we'll go ahead and list on our own on my eBay store and sell those over time. So the first one up, another Daniel. So had 3 or 4 Daniels in this order. Obviously, was when I sent him off, was expecting, you know, him to play a little better and not get injured as much. So his card prices, I think the PSA offer on this was only maybe $8 or something. So at the end of the day, actually, they're only selling for 10 to 15 bucks, but is what it is. I went ahead and got it back here, and we'll list it on my eBay store. All right, so this one here, Joe Thomas, just the base Bowman Chrome, got the 9. Actually pre-graded this at 10. Obviously, I wouldn't have sent either of these 2 cards off, being they're just paper, or that one's paper base, same thing. You really got to get a 10 to even squeeze a little money out of this one. So I had 2 of these cards I bought a little while ago, and actually this one was the best of the 2 in terms of centering and stuff. So unfortunately, got a 9 on that one. Got 2 Dakotas. She was supposed to have a fight, I think, upcoming here in February, but she had to cancel it. So hopefully she gets in the UFC at some point in the next 2-3 years once her contract ends with the PFL. But this got a 9. Still a cool card. The season ticket silver. It's kind of got that mojo look on it, actually. I had this one actually as a 9, possible 10, but more leaning towards the 9. Can't remember why exactly. This is a pretty nice hit. Pre-graded this a 10, and it did gem. We'll see. I put this on the eBay store, kind of a higher price, just to see what kind of activity we get. There's not a lot graded yet with a lot of these sets and things just coming out recently, so I'm going to be first to the market for the most part on anything in an auto PSA 10, so I feel like hopefully I can get a little bit higher as any other inventory hits the market. So that's a nice hit there. All right, next one up here, we've got the Upper Deck first pitch. LeBron James got a 7. Had this one as a 7 or an 8, so just the some soft corners. I think the PSA, I did have an offer on this one. It was around, I think, $50 to $60. But I think this is probably an $80 to $100 card. And I wasn't quite sure yet if I wanted to keep it in my PC, so I decided to go ahead and have that one sent home. This is a cool one here. Picked it up at a card show. Got the 10. Nice on-card from two of the great women's volleyball players. You got Misty May and Carrie Walsh. So, all right, another one for the PC here. We've got the TJ Watt. Got the 8. Thought this was an 8 or a 9, but pulled the 8. You can see some white on the corners there. So sticker auto. It's hard to keep his signature all the way on the sticker, and it might have gone off a little bit, but still happy with that just to get it slabbed up. This one's pretty cool. Color match. You got the Kelsey rookie auto sticker. Got a 9. Did have a PSA offer. I think it was around $330, give or take. So not bad on a 9. I think I was into this card maybe a little over $200. So even in a 9, I would be profiting if I decided to sell at some point down the road, but don't have any plans to in the immediate future. This one is a little bit of a bummer, but not really unexpected. It got a 6, just a beautiful card. Larger than life, Skybox Premium. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's you can see here, look at the edges. So yeah, the more I look at it, 6 is probably okay. Corners, it just prone to the chipping and stuff. All right, this one's pretty cool as well. Not a big baseball collector or anything, but I do have a handful of cards in my collection that I've picked up over the years. Vladimir Guerrero, numbered out of 25, on-card auto. Got the 10. This one did have also a PSA partner offer at around $150. It's probably valued at about $2 to $2.25. So not actually, the offer wasn't too terrible, but I was just undecided if I want to keep this or sell it. So I'm going to marinate on that one a little while longer. All right, this one here, another Michael Jordan, higher power. Got a 9. I had this one as an 8 or 9, so bumped up the value. It's pretty cool. I prefer that other Michael Jordan over this one, but so I may at some point sell it. But they do probably about 100, I think, to 125, and I think the offer from PSA was around maybe 70, so not terrible. All right, this one was this is probably the most disappointing grade of the order. Rookie ink, Peyton Manning. Really like this card, and honestly, I I mean, I had it as a 7 or an 8 just with just the corners a little bit are white. But honestly, a 6 surface on this was, I saw no imperfections, no dents, no nothing. So for this one to get a 6, I was not too happy. I can't remember if that little white there is on the card or if that's part of the design. But either way, even that little white, I don't think would garner a 6 in my experience. So I had this one as a 7 or an 8, honestly. So to get a 6, that was a big of a surprise. And then pretty big card too here. I'm going to keep this one for now. Don't have any plans to sell it. But just a filthy, exquisite rookie auto patch. Got a 9, so that one was fine. I was probably expecting on these thicker cards, you know, a 9 or lower. So, but I didn't really see anything wrong with it, other than just it being a thick card. So you typically will expect those tougher to get the 10. But you can see it's numbered out of 99, 32 out of 99. So, all right, that does it. That is the full 24 card order. Appreciate you guys watching, and we'll eventually put together another order. It's more slow going. I buy inventory just periodically, and so that 3 or 4 month turnaround is pretty difficult to have any motivation to put orders and send them off. So, but we're still here. We're still buying cards, collecting. And again, appreciate you guys watching. As always, if you have any comments about our order, any questions about the process through PSA with my experience, let me know. Until next time.